Oh, excuse me. Hello there. Hello. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, thank you so much for dropping by. If you're returning, welcome back. I am just taking a bit of a break from my whip that I am doing. What's a whip, you ask? It's a work in progress, which is my custom that I am on a deadline to finish by February 21. And I'm enjoying a break because this is going to be a marathon evening. It's Saturday today here in Melbourne, Australia. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to sit, chills, have a break. And yeah, and you guys popped up. I'm joking. Grab your whip, guys. Grab your work in progress or wherever it is or however it is that you're listening to this today. And join me. I'm hoping to have a few chuckles today. Who knows what's going to come out. I'm pretty chilled today, pretty chilled. But grab your things. I'm going to turn the camera around. You know the drill by now. You know the drill. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see what I'm working on. Okay. In the meantime, if you haven't already subscribed, please, why haven't you? No, I'm joking. If you haven't subscribed, I would love to have you join my diamond painting world. If you like what you see today, or if you've clicked on any of my other videos and you would like to see some more content, love for you to give a thumbs up and also to hit that little notification bell. And that will advise you each and every single time I upload a new video. Hold that thought, guys, while I switch the camera around, and I'll be right back. Hello. Hi. So you can see that I've switched the camera around. As you can see, I am also working on my custom painting, which I will link now. I always get these angles mixed up, so I'm just going to do it this way, up in the eye of my unboxing of this canvas. My very first double-sided adhesive. I have also done a video on how I prepared it as well, which I'm hoping to also link up in the eyes up there. Okay, as to what's going on with this. So yes, my very first double-sided adhesive. I'm really curious because this stuff does not stick back down. Doesn't stick back down. So I've got a couple of fridge magnets which I'll probably end up using to hold it down overnight, or I'm going to use maybe some baking paper. I don't know. I haven't quite decided, or just stick something over the top of it just to hold it down when I'm not working on it, so as to keep that adhesive dry. So I've started and I'm using my brand new Diamond Art Club pen. Okay, for those of you who may or may not remember, this is my very first specialty pen, and I've been diamond painting since March 2020, and I only just got this last week, so I thought it only fitting that I would start using it on a brand new canvas. I've decided to work it this way down, and then I'm going to flip it around and then work it upside down from the other end. That's the goal. Anywho, so that's my Diamond Art Club pen. The canvas, as I said, is a custom from the Black Framer. The tray that I'm using, you can certainly buy these on Amazon or eBay or AliExpress, Etsy, all those places. This particular one I bought from Needleworks Australia. I bought it when I had some other paintings delivered. The containers that I'm using, this is my kit up. I'll just bring it over here so that you can see. Oh, let's move the drills. This is my kit up. Okay, and I use these Big Mama containers. Okay, I haven't measured how tall they are, but you can certainly find them on Amazon and AliExpress and all of that good stuff. I bought these. For those that are in Australia that are watching, I bought these a set of 12, $4. Don't mind my nails. I still haven't gotten them done. I promise I will. But I got these set of 12 for $4 at Kmart. bargain. This particular tray here, again, I think it was $10 at Kmart. And the way that I set it up, you can see that I've got my little bits and pieces at the end. I've got my file, nail file here for when if I need to file down my multi-placer. I've got just the cover for my pen, and I've got my extra drills there. I've got a trash tray sitting in here, and that's about it. So she just sits kind of up there to the side within easy reach. I got my coffee. Okay, there's my coffee. She's almost empty. Now, speaking of coffee, let me just roll these sleeves up. I always like to work with the color that I'm working with. I always like to keep it there just in case I get distracted. I don't want to be walking away from the table and forgetting what color's in my tray. So I always keep the color of whatever I'm working on in front of me, to the side, wherever, and make sure that I've only ever got one color at a time, especially if they are very similar in shades. And then I just use the wax that comes in the kits. I haven't filled up once, and I've done this section here. I don't know if you can see that with the light. I do have to work with the light, guys, but I've done most of this here, so I'm pretty happy with the wax. And yeah, let's go. I always like to try and remember to shake with the papers down. I got caught out very, very early on in my diamond painting that it's a big risk to keep your canvas exposed, and you're dealing with open jars of either drills or shaking your tray around. Yes, sir, I did get caught out. It fell, and I'm pretty sure I lost a drill there to the Netherlands, but that's okay. So, how are you guys going out there? What is news? Talk to me. Talk to me. I've had a pretty big week. We are certainly back at my work, fully into the big, into the swing of things. Unfortunately, our restrictions here in Melbourne haven't 100% lifted. Well, I haven't heard the news today. But our workforce is still only allowed 25% back in the offices, which I don't know. I don't want to bring up too much of a contentious topic here, but I'm just a little bit confused, okay? I would love to know why it is that the workforce is only allowed 25% of staff back at the office, okay? Yet, you go to restaurants, well, I don't go to restaurants, but you know, you go past the restaurants or pubs or anywhere, you know, where they're restaurant, anywhere, and these places are pretty much jam-packed. I don't get it. Please, someone explain this to me, because I'm confused. One would think that the workforce going back would be, you know, an important thing. Now, I work in an office environment, and I guess what they are saying is, you know, I don't work in a high rise, you know, with thousands and thousands of other people and multiple business around, like within the same building. However, and I understand that that's what they're trying to avoid. They're trying to avoid, you know, all these people using the lifts and common areas, and increasing the risk of, you know, the virus getting back out again. Look, we've had it tough here in Melbourne. We've had nearly 120 days of lockdown last year, I believe it was, and I certainly don't want to go through that again. And I know that a lot of Victorians are feel the same way. Feel exactly the same way. Let me look for this one here. Now I'm just going to look at my legend. So yes, it's interesting that even though it's only, when I say 25% back in the office, where where I work, we are working partly at home and partly at the office until we're allowed 100% time. So I have mixed feelings. I haven't quite decided if I want to be working from home full-time, part-time, or any variation thereof. Oh guys, I have to find this drill or this symbol, and it's hiding from me. I'm not happy. Where is it? I've scanned up and down like 3 or 4 times. All right, time to bring you down into the light because you're doing my head in now. Oh, where are you? Which one is it? 161. Okay, there it is. Perfect. Yeah, so a week at work. I don't know if anyone works in real estate, and if you do, love to hear from you. My goodness, it's one of those roles that the emails just never ever stop. And I remember quite vividly, let me just double check that number, quite vividly, that when I very first applied for this position that I'm in, the words that were said to me is, Gracie, this role is such that you will be dealing with one issue and then all of a sudden you will have 10 grenades thrown at you with 10 other problems, and you need to be able to deal with them and sort them out. Well, let me just tell you, I didn't have 10 grenades at a time this week. I think I had a whole battalion, if that's the word, come at me. Like, they just came at me. It was full on. Just when I thought I could get my emails down, bam, ma'am, thank you. There's another 50 sitting for me. Lucky for me, I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do. And if I didn't, the role that I'm in is actually a role that you do need to enjoy. And look, I love what I do, but you at least need to like what you do, because it can have detrimental effects if you don't. Wow, these symbols, my gosh. Let me just, I hope my big buff head isn't going in. No, they're the same. Okay, I'm just making sure. I have to, no word of a lie, I'm struggling a little bit with the symbols on this canvas, which is disappointing. It's kind of taking away from the pleasure of it a little bit, and I've just literally started, so it's going to be interesting as time goes on. That's okay. I have had my coffee. Doodle. Well, there's still a bit more in there. However, that's what keeps me going. Speaking of coffee, hands up or comment below. I feel like, it's a school teacher. Hands up in the class. No, I'm joking. But, comment down below. Are you a teetotaler? Are you a coffee drinker? What's your preference? I am the hugest coffee addict, I think, out. I get up in the morning. Please, this is not a a diet show or anything like that. However, I do not condone what I'm about to say. However, I've fallen out of the habit of having breakfast. I just cannot eat breakfast at all. However, coffee is a must. Coffee is an absolute must. I cannot, I'm one of those people, do not talk to me until I have had my first coffee. Literally. You don't want to be anywhere in front of me, near me, in my vicinity if I have not had at least my first cup of coffee. So to give you an idea, my alarm, she goes off at, oh yeah, baby, 5 o'clock every morning. Okay. I am straight downstairs. That coffee machine, baby, is on. Yep. Make my first cuppa and slowly have that whilst I just, wake up. And then, of course, have my shower and get dressed. I'm ready to leave probably within an hour and a half by the time all that good stuff is done, if I'm making my lunch to take to work, because let me tell you, we've got to be on a budget here. Can't afford to be buying lunch every day, so I try and take something from home. And yeah, I make myself a traveller coffee to take, and whether it be I am driving in the car or on the train, I have a coffee on the way to work. If I drive, it's about a 40 minute drive. Yep, that coffee is done and dusted by the time I get to work. If I am on the train, I leave at 7, I get to work by 8:15. That coffee's done and dusted. Well, that's not going to fly on my watch, because guess what, guys? Guess what? Gracie here has now I don't have an office per se of my own, like a closed door office. However, I do have a cubicle, and I kid you not, I actually have my very own Nespresso, or actually this is a Lavazza, but one of those little automatic coffee machines in my cubicle. Like literally my desk is here, and like here, within an arm's reach, I just got to turn my chair slightly, is my coffee machine. Yes, it is. I'm not lying. Now, I don't know how much you guys pay for coffee where you are. Is it an expensive beverage to buy from a coffee shop? I don't know. I do know in the area that I work in, and in most areas of Melbourne regardless, you're not going to get away. Now, when I order a coffee, I order a big mug. Yeah, like this is small for me. I will order the big mama mugs, yeah, of coffee. I'm not joking. And because I have soy milk, not that I'm lactose intolerant, I don't know. I had it once in chai latte. My sister got me onto that. She said to me, try a soy chai latte, and I did, and actually developed a palate for soy milk, and so I've stuck to it ever since. And I really, really don't enjoy normal full cream or even light milk anymore. I think overseas they call it half and half. Is that what you guys call half and half? Let me know. I've tried to Google it for my US people out there. Please, can someone tell me what is half and half when you order milk with half and half? Oh, order milk. Oy vey. When you order a coffee and you say, can I have half and half? I need to know what that means. Does that mean that it's a skim milk or a light milk? I don't know. We have here in Australia full cream. Well, they've come out with a million of them now, but we've got full cream, light or skim, and they're kind of varying quantities of the actual cream that comes in milk and how much has been taken out. Oh, can you hear that? Can you hear that? Hang on. That is funny. If you heard that, that was my coffee machine automatically turning off. It's like it was on cue. That's funny. Yeah, so I have soy milk. Now, back to where I was. If I had to order the amount of coffee that I have during the day, I would be dead set broke, because as soon as I get into work, I have another coffee. So now I'm up to 3, yeah, and I start work at 8:30. So by 8:30, I've got my third coffee sitting on my desk. Yeah, I know. It is not good. I hate to think what my kidneys are like and my liver. Although, you know, I don't drink excessive alcohol or anything. I'll have one social drink every now and then. I pulled all these drills out and there was only 1.7 in all of that. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? No. Please tell me. I hate it when I put my drills away and then I find that one that I've missed, and I don't want to do that because I've just pulled all these out. This is a confetti heavy canvas, I've got to tell you. So it's 8:30 and I got my third coffee. Yep. I'm not going to give you the incomplete timeline, but it is no word of a lie that I will go through by the time I get home, between anywhere, depending on the day that I'm having or depending on what's going on, anywhere between 8 or 10 coffees a day. Yeah, a day. But I'm a bit of a coffee snob now, because I cannot have instant coffee. I just can't. Is anyone else like that? I just can't have instant coffee. It gives me heartburn. It gives me heartburn, and you know, I get enough heartburn from enough other reasons. I don't need the one thing that I really do enjoy to give me another reason to have even more heartburn. No, thank you. So if I am somewhere and I know that they don't have a coffee machine, then I will always politely ask for a cup of tea, and I can have tea. Tea's not an issue. Tea, believe it or not, I can have a coffee as late as midnight. And you know what? I will sleep like a baby. It doesn't keep me up. Give me a cup of tea, boy, I'm done. I am awake and looking at that ceiling. And these drills are stuck together here. Hey, I just can't deal with you today. I'm awake looking at that ceiling, and that's what one cup of tea will do that to me. The reason I'm working straight out of the jar is that I can see that I don't have that many of these to lay out, and you know what, I'm being lazy, and the more that I'm looking, the more that are popping up. I thought I only had 3 or 4 of these, but there's more and more. You know what, here we go. Oh, they're popping everywhere. Yeah, so Friday nights I normally come home and pretty much collapse. I just like to not do too much at all on a Friday night. If I have the inclination, I might get some housework done, but otherwise, I don't do too much. Don't do too much at all. Now that I've got this project that I need to get done by February, I'll be probably having even later nights. I normally try and get to bed early enough, but I don't want to be leaving this to the last minute and rushing it. There's nothing worse, you know, and especially that it is for a gift as well. Definitely don't want to be rushing it. There's a 7. See, I told you it was going to happen to me. Oh! Calm down. I'm good. Oh, yeah. But yes, so that was last night. What did I do last night? I think last night I did actually come home and I did a couple of video, which I'm still yet to upload. But I'm excited about that. I just wanted to say a howdy ho and thank you. I started this channel, guys, on January 1 or January 2. I know that the launch or the original launch was supposed to have been January 1. It may have been January 2. But there are actually 30 of you that have subscribed, and thank you. That means the world. I know that I said in my intro that, I could be talking to no one out there, and I was going to be actually quite okay with that. But you know, the fact that 30 of you have hit that little subscribe button and decided to join my diamond painting world and interested in what I have to offer. I'm just straightening up all these. This particular canvas has training wheels, or AKA dummy circles, and I have to make sure that these drills are lined up perfectly, or I'm going to see those little black lines through through the canvas, and I don't want that. I don't want that, especially on these lighter bits. See, I'm wanting to put this color away, and as I do, I am seeing this letter Q pop up more and more. I'm loving the pen, by the way. Thanks for asking. Yes, I am. I'm loving the pen. It's taking a bit of getting used to, I've got to admit. I thought it would have been quick to adapt to, but because I've been so used to that other skinnier one for so long, this fat mama, she's taken a little bit of getting used to, but that's okay. I think now that I have this, I am certainly not going to be going back at all. And the other thing that I will be doing is potentially investing in a second one, although I was given one by a company, and I'll be uploading that video too, which asked me to do a review. So they gave me a pen also, so that, but essentially I do have two of them now. I just don't want to be caught out if it should, gosh forbid, break or anything like that, and you know, I'd be having to revert back to my normal pen. So no, I'm not interested. No, thank you. No thank you at all. What's on for tomorrow? So today's Saturday afternoon. It's early, getting on to being early evening, I think. The boys are at their dad's today. Excuse me while I have a drink. Yeah, the boys are with their father this week, so I'm just really snuggling in, and when I say snuggle, let me come back to that one in a sec, and gonna knock some real serious canvas area out so that I can get this done. I'm gonna get a few of these ones. I know I've already done this color, but I can see all the missed ones. Yes, so let us talk about when I say snuggle. Today is January 16th. Yeah, here in Australia we are supposed to be in the middle of summer. I have a long sleeve top on and my heater is on. My ducted heater is on. I am not joking. I am actually freaking cold. I know I saw another one of those somewhere. It's gone. It's cold. Why? Can someone please tell me why? Why is it? I don't even know what the temperature is, but I have the ducted heating on. That is ridiculous. Ridiculous. It is ridiculous, I tell you. Does anyone else live in an area where the weather is just beyond ridiculous? Because here in Melbourne, we honestly do have, and we are known for having 4 seasons in one day. Honestly, we do. We honestly do. It's, you know, I was a little bit warmish earlier. I wouldn't say warmish. I'm going to say, you know, comfortable. Comfortable. Okay. But now, literally, I don't know why, but the weather has turned, and I have the heater on. Look at that, 2 trashy bits. Come here. I got you. Come here. 1, and where was the other one I just saw? 2. I'll put them over here. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so, you know, bring my summer. I want summer. I feel like 2020, we all got ripped off. for so many reasons, but don't take away my summer. Don't take away my warm weather that I have. That's the only thing I've been really looking forward to, is some warm weather. Sit outside, you know, soak up that nice warm heat, get some sun and vitamin D happening. It's just not happening. Someone please tell me why. Are we in some El Nino thing again, or whatever it was called? Like, you know, not fair. It's just not fair. And I bet you, mind you, you know what makes it worse? What makes it absolutely the worstest? Worstest? There's our new word for today. What makes it the worst? Let me check this one. It's here. And I've lost it down here. And there's V's again. Honestly, I'm losing it today, guys. I'm losing it. All right, let's put you over there. Oh, let's do this one. Surely, I am not the only one that this happens to. Tell me, I am not. There was 2 of them, and I know you can't see, but gosh, I wish you could, because I bet you're screaming at me saying, Gracie, there it is. There was another one there. Gotcha. Boom. Take that. Take that, I say. Huh. I forgot what I was saying. Goodness gracious, what I was saying. Doesn't matter. Anywho, so yes, tomorrow, Sunday, the weather is supposed to be, I think, warm, and I hope warm. I have my girlfriend's birthday get together, cut a cake in the park event tomorrow. So that's going to be in a park, and she postponed it from last night. Thank goodness that she did. $7.93. Because last night we had hail. Yep, I am not joking. We actually had hail. I was sitting in here watching one of my YouTube channels, and there's that one again. I kid you not, it's making a mockery of me, and you will not defeat me. You will not defeat me. There. Now shush, hush now. Enough. Enough of you. I think I look away from the canvas and you guys are breeding down there. Honestly. Really? Give a sister a break. Oy vey. All right. I've lost my train of thought again. Is this what it's like doing a whip and chat? You know what? I did Mrs. Crochet and Coffee's 1 hour one, and I was fine. But the fact that this canvas is actually frustrating me a little bit is throwing me off my game. Anywho, yes, we have our, she posts, oh, hail, there it is, hail. We were talking about hail. I was sitting inside watching one of, I can't remember who I was watching last night, whether it was Rachel Ray. Who was I watching last night? Or was it Abigail? I have such I don't know, such like a warm affection. I don't know. I've got my faves there as fellow YouTube, you know, and when I say fellow, oh my goodness, they've been doing it for years, and they are wonderful. Stitcherista, The Uncrafty Crafter, Ruby Q, Rachel Ray, 100%, Abigail, if you ever watch this, video, Abigail, you're too cute. You're too cute, honey. I love listening to your voice. You're so cute. If I can find, of course I can find. I'll try and find her channel and link it below. Check her out, guys. I like Abigail. She's just got such a way of presentation and speaking, and I guess she's a fellow long nail creator as well. Yeah, I did find that quite something to connect with on that respect. But yeah, I was listening. Oh my gosh, get back to the original story. I was listening to someone last night, and I wish I could tell you exactly who it was. I just can't remember. And all of a sudden, I hear this like this, and I'm thinking, what in the blazes what is that? I'm thinking, surely not, because it was quiet for, there wasn't any wind or gusts or anything to give a hint that there was a storm coming. And all of a sudden, it just cascaded everywhere. And I thought, you've got to be joking. You've got to be joking. And I looked out in the sky, and it was all misty and foggy, and she was pelting down, absolutely pelting down. And the hailstorm lasted, for a good spell. It wasn't just a light, shower and see you later, Jack. Oh, no. Let's just hit Melbourne, with a hailstorm in the middle of summer. Why not? Hey, why not? As if we haven't been hit with enough. With that being said, we are also heading into bushfire season. And I always hold my breath when it comes to bushfire season, and I hope, just as a warning, if I don't want to be triggering anything for anyone, if you've ever been in a fire or in a bushfire, just, be aware that I'm about to have a chat about it. But yeah, bushfires terrify me. We had a good, I have to remember the year, but a good 10 years. If someone knows better, please remind me. We had the Black Saturday bushfires come through here. I'm not too sure if they do that overseas, but here in Australia, they tend to kind of name events. I mean, worldwide, they name tsunamis and, hurricanes, they give them names and so on. But here in Australia, for some reason, they've always named bushfire events as well. And, we had what's called Black Saturday, where 172, I think, or 170 plus lives were lost in a tremendously and horrific, massive bushfire, which where I used to live, I wasn't in any immediate danger of, being wiped out or anything, but a great deal of Victoria, our wildlife, our mountain ranges were all wiped out, and it was just awful. And we seem to have these events, once every year, every 2 years or so on. And last year, when I say last year, not last year because that was 2020, but the year before, so 2019, in the 2019 summer, so the January, February, March, I can't remember what month. I think they may have even started the December of 2018. But these fires raged on right through into the new year, over the new year. 3747. Let me just get this drill, guys. Way into the new year, and they were going for months. These bushfires were going for months. Now, whether it be better preparation or just pure luck, yes, there were hundreds of homes lost, and there were lives lost also. However, thank goodness, nowhere near the amount of lives that were lost in the Black Saturday. So I actually had friends of mine, and these fires stemmed, if you want to get out your map of Australia, they stemmed all the way from the coast of New South Wales all the way down into Victoria. And so they were huge, and I think in the end, if memory serves me correctly, they just had to let them burn out. There was no way that they were going to actually be able to put them out. Praying for rain came with its own risks, because along with rain there was concern of lightning strikes, and when lightning strikes there's also then concern for new fires to spark. So, you know, the fireys were in a catch-22, and boy did they you know, not only the paid fireys but all the volunteers, you know, that put their lives at risk to save homes, lives. You know, we have, there's always so many stories that come out when we have events like this of fire service people, men and women alike, who you know, will go to attend a property to save that property and return back to their own to find it gone, it having been perished in the fires, you know, it having been burnt down. You know, and it's those stories that really tug at me. So I always kind of hold my breath. I hate, you know, I always get a bit nervous around this time when it comes to that. Not that I live in an area where I am here, which, you know, I'm not in a bushfire zone. We've had fires that are very, very close, come very close to us, and we've been given SMS or text message alerts when that's happened, which that in itself can be quite a heart-racing moment. But, you know, I live very much in suburbia. You know, I'm surrounded by bricks and mortars, and it doesn't mean that we certainly can't be affected, but we're certainly not in bushland. So yes, so I guess, you know, even though I'm wanting a summer and a long summer and a hot summer, I love the summer. You know, give me 40, 45 degrees Celsius. Yeah, Celsius, not Fahrenheit. Do the conversion. I'm not too sure what that is in Fahrenheit. But give me the 40, 45 degrees Celsius any day of the week. Bring it, sister. Bring it. And see, I put it away and there it is. Oh my gosh, why does it do that to me? Yeah, so tomorrow, I'm not too sure what the weather's going to be like, so I'm hoping that my girlfriend who postponed her birthday due from last night, which I'm sure she's quite happy that she did because it hailed, to tomorrow, I hope that she doesn't get a twofer and that we get some good weather. What do you think? What do you think? What is weather in your part of the world? Let me know. Are you in a scarf? Like, is it cold where you are? Or are you fortunate enough to be able to enjoy a day by the pool, which is what I want? 3840. Yes, that's what I want. That's what I need. I love the water. Absolutely love the water. I could all day. I could be there all day. Let me be near the water. Yes, one day I will hopefully retire near some water, because and hopefully also be, you know, fit enough, young enough, senile enough to enjoy it as well. But to me, there is absolutely nothing more relaxing than water. And they say that it is supposed to be a relaxing part of nature, and I will toggle between being relaxed in a, you know, rainforest sort of bushland scenario. We don't have rainforest per se down here in Melbourne. We do in the northern parts of Australia, but certainly not down here in Melbourne. We don't have rainforest, but we've got bushland, you know, bushwalks and things like that. But if I had to pick between the two, I would be struggling. Ideally, I would love to have a place which was, you know, bushland, but near the ocean, if that kind of makes sense. So I don't really want to be in a suburban area near the ocean, but I would absolutely love to be in one of these towns where, you know, it's bush, and so get the best of both worlds. Get the best of both worlds. In the summer, enjoy the water. In the winter, enjoy the water with, you know, I just to sit, even if it's in a car with a window down, because if it's way too cold, yeah, I ain't getting out. No, thank you. But just to be there and listen to the crashing of the waves. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, take me there now. Absolutely, 100%. 100%. And of course, as much as I was saying I don't like fire and all the rest of it, the one thing that I absolutely crave and would love is an open fireplace. I love open fireplaces. There is absolutely nothing. I think, to me, wow, if I had an open fireplace, I would be in heaven. Absolutely, you know, give me my cup of coffee, my diamond painting, some either YouTube channels or some just beautiful music in the background, and lose me forever. Lose me forever. An open fireplace. Yes, sir. Yes, yes, yes. All these plans that I would love to have one day, all in due course. All in due course. And you know what? If it doesn't happen, that's okay too. But we can always live to dream, or dream, you know, live to hope. Something to look forward to anyway. Yeah, it's the little things in life. An open fireplace, I know. I'm a simple gal. I don't ask or need for a lot. I don't ask or need for a lot. I'm really determined to finish this section. I don't know if I'm going to finish it. Oh, X's again. Why, she says, why, did Layla? Why am I singing when I don't know how to sing? 3840. And there's 3 of them all in a row. You'd think that I would have seen them, but no, of course not. Oh my goodness. So, just, I don't know why this random thoughts just popped into my head, but just back on the bushfires a little minute. For those of you that are Diamond Art Club fans, I did see, and it will be on my wish list, 159. There is a diamond, and I can't remember the artist, and I can't even remember the name of the canvas. It might be something like A Mother's Love, but don't quote me on that. Don't quote me. When I upload this, I'll put the name of it down in the description. However, my fellow Aussies would have already, if you're Diamond Art Club fans, that is, you would have seen it. And if not, and others don't know what I'm talking about, there's a canvas on there that just melted my heart when I saw it, and it's of koala bears, and it's a mama koala bear holding her baby koala bear, and you can see that I don't think they're in a fire, but the fire's raced through, like it's raced through their area, and the mama bear is holding the little baby, you know, koala bear, and you know, the way that it's been drawn or painted or depicted, I should say, is you can actually see the sadness in that koala's, you know, expression, in the mama bear's expression, as she's holding her little baby. And you know, hats off to the artist. Again, apologies, I don't remember who it is, but such a beautiful, beautiful painting, and really depicts, you know, what happens to, what happens to our wildlife when events like this happen. They were so concerned. We lost such a massive percentage of our koalas. in that last run of fires. But anyway, I don't want to talk about the fires again. I don't want to talk about the fires again. So kids here are, let's just switch it up a bit. Kids here are on school holidays. My youngest only has one more year of school to go. I can't, you know, when I first got pregnant, someone once said to me, and I just don't remember who it might have been. It could be my beautiful late father-in-law who may have said it to me at the time when we announced that we were having our first child. And he turned around to me and he said, Grace, he goes, don't blink. And, you know, whenever I meet someone who's just expecting, I say exactly the same thing to them. I tell them, congratulations is my first thing. Yeah. My second thing is don't blink. Yeah. Don't blink. Because before you know it, wow. You know, it feels like yesterday I was cradling my two babies. I mean, they're not twins. They're just shy of being 2 years apart. But, you know, to have a 19-year-old and a 17-year-old, it blows my mind. You know, the younger one, the 17-year-old, he only has one more year of school and then he's done. We're done with high school. I can't even deal that, you know, these little humans that gave birth to, you know, have raised into young men, now young men, finish school and they're going to be adulting soon. Well, the older one is pretty much adulting now, but yeah, it's incredible. So we have here a really big break for summer. I only recently found out that you guys over in the US, and of course it makes sense. Of course it makes sense that your summer break is obviously during your summer months, but I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that also means that your school year goes like that as well. So you guys start school, or the kids over there in the US start school in the middle of the year? Is that right? Like somewhere in the middle of the year? And so when it comes time to Christmas and New Year's, you only get a very short break. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't researched it, but I'm sure I either read or heard that somewhere on the grapevine that, yeah, your school year starts in the middle of the year, which is really weird to me. I'm just saying. I suppose, you know, you only know what you know. But yeah, to me, that's our school year generally finishes here around, well, depending if they're private or public schools. The private schools generally will finish way earlier. My eldest, he finished, I don't know, late November, early December, I think it was. Something like that. 3838. But like public schools, they'll go all the way up to maybe the 22nd of December. But then they don't go back until the first week of February, I believe it is. So they get a fairly decent summer break, which is good. I'm so keen for schools to reopen, and as I'm sure is echoed across most of Victoria, you know, for our kids to have a normal school year. It's going to be an interesting generation that's come out of 2020 academically, given the lack of school that they had, or school contact, because I've got to tell you, home learning or learning, learning from home was a joke. It was an absolute joke. I have not spoken to one parent, not one parent, whether they had young, like, junior or primary school kids to, you know, high school kids, high school age kids, not one parent have I spoken to has been happy with the way it all worked out as far as the academic year and what happened. So, you know, that says a lot. That says a lot. We are all keen for our kiddies to have a normal, you know, school year, and as with so many across, you know, the globe. I'm going to need to refill this wax. Across the globe, not only here in Melbourne and Victoria, but you know, so many of our Year 12s. Our Year 12 here is the end of your high school year. Okay, it marks, you know, you do your prep, or sorry, you do your kinder here. Let's go through it so that for those that don't know. So here in Australia, you can do a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old kinder. Okay, and then from kinder, which is way different to the kinder that I used to go to. It's almost, you know, they set up kinder these days to almost be entering primary school. It's that intense for these kids, you know. But you've got 3-year-old, 4-year-old kinder. 3-year-old, I think, is more, well, both of them, not both, neither of them are compulsory. However, you know, depending on the circumstances, finances, because I can't remember if it's 3 or 4-year-old, one of them you have to pay for, the other one you don't, or it's subsidised, something like that. So you have your 3-year-old kinder, your 4-year-old kinder, and then you do your, what we call prep, your prep class, okay? And then you do your 6 years on top of that of your primary school. And then from primary school, you then do your high school, okay? And that's a further 6 years. And you do all that all the way to what we call here in Victoria, Year 12. Back in the day, even before my time, they used to actually call it Form 6. So they used to call it Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, Form 4, Form 5, Form 6, Form 6. But they changed it to, you know, Year 7, Year 8, Year 9, all the way up to 12. So, yeah, my youngest offspring is doing his Year 12. It's kind of like the end of an era. You know, I don't know. If anyone's got kids, let me know. I cried when my first one went to school on his first day. I didn't cry for the second. I really didn't. I don't know I don't know why, but I just didn't cry when offspring number 2 went to school. I was sad, don't get me wrong. I was like it was really weird because the house was empty for the first time in, you know, years, and I didn't know what to do with myself. But when offspring number 1 finished his school, his Year 12, which was not last year, the year before, I literally bawled my eyes out at his graduation dinner, and he had an amazing speech that he gave. Each of the students got up and made a speech, which was really, really cool. And, you know, I just bawl at the drop of a hat, really, and I bawled my eyes out. However, I know for a fact, because I'm already starting to sense it and feel it, that when offspring number 2 finishes, I will definitely be emotional. I'll definitely be emotional. Because, yeah, school's done. You know, it's time now to go out into the big wide world and face what's happening. So, you know, get a job, pay taxes, drive a car, all the fun stuff, huh? All the fun stuff, and get adulting, I suppose. So all of a sudden my tiny little babies I know, you know, they're always going to be my babies. They always will be. A mama bear such as myself, I'm always going to think of them as my babies, and not because I'm, you know, helicopter parenting them or not. Gosh, they don't know helicopter parenting. They need to be brought up good old strict Italian way, and then they would know helicopter parenting. But I'm always going to be a mama bear, and they're always going to be top of mind. And I'll always, you know, be there for them, stress for them, hurt for them, cry for them, laugh with them, and support them in whatever it is that they choose to do. I was never a parent that wanted to, you know, that pushed either one of them to, you know, do great academic things or anything like that. The only thing I've ever said to them is, whatever you choose in life, whatever path or job you choose in life, the only thing you need to do is make sure that you are happy doing it. Because if you are happy in your work, you'll never work a day in your life. You know, it makes the world of difference when you enjoy what you do. You know, I bounce out. Oh, no, hang on, calm down. I don't bounce out of bed to go to work. No, let's not get carried away. But I do, there's not been a day where I have been laying in bed saying, I just can't deal and I don't want to work today because I don't like my work. I've never had that. And I've been in the role that I'm in now for, I've got to work it out, I think it's 4 or 5 years. Yeah, I get out of bed and I'm tired, and yeah, get me that first cup of coffee, of course. However, I've never been one to, you know, not enjoy what I do to the point of not wanting to go into work to do what I do. And that's what I've tried to explain to my kids, that whatever it is you choose to do, just enjoy it. And whatever you choose to do today, it doesn't mean that you are forever bound and held to it, you know. I mean, seriously, you know, at the age of 17, 18, 19, how is one really to know what is going to forever fulfill and make them happy? I mean, that's the age that they choose what university courses they have to go in. And I just think, you know, it's so hard. And having been through a bit of life now and you know, a few different careers and so on, I've learned that you can chop and change jobs, and there is no age limit, and there is nothing to say that just because you sign up to study in one area or to specialize in one area that you have to stick to that. It doesn't work that way. It really doesn't. It can, and fantastic for those that it work, you know, that it happens for. Oh my gosh, good for you. Nothing against that whatsoever. However, I've just learned through, you know, my life experience that you can change if you want to. You can change careers, you can change jobs. I changed into real estate, knew nothing of real estate, at the ripe old age of, I'm pretty sure I was 45. You know, took a leap of faith. I knew that, you know, it was an industry that I wanted to be in, and took a leap of faith. I am the sort of person that loves education, so I sought out every and any course that was out there and available to me, and you know, got what we call here in Melbourne an agent's rep course. Where did that X go? Got into that. and got my agent's rep license, and I've gone with it ever since. So, and I've explained that to my kids and said to them that, you know what, whatever you start doing doesn't necessarily mean that's what you're going to end up doing, and that is okay. That is okay. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, you need to be happy. So whatever it is you choose, give it a shot, give it a whirl, but give it a good red hot crack, yeah? You don't start something and then, you know, finish it and then move on to something else and then something else and then something. No, it doesn't work that way. You've got to give it a red hot crack. And, you know, that's all I hope. We'll see if, you know, now that restrictions have lifted, that, you know, more jobs become available, and they both find what it is that they're looking for, which is, you know, hashtag goal 2021. What do you think? What do you think? I hope so. And I'll be here to help them for sure. For sure. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening. I have to go, and actually I think I better go do some housework, as much as I don't want to, but I've gotten a big chunk of that done. I'll see if I turn that off. I don't know if you can see. Oh, the sparkle. You get a better idea of the sparkle. Oh, there's the sheath on my, put your sheath on your tweezers always. But there's the sparkle so far. Can you see that? How very nice. Very, very nice. So I'm going to leave it at that. I am going to just keep continuing to work on this, and you'll see this canvas popping up in more and more whip and chats. I do thank you. If you've gotten this far and, you know, enjoyed everything, or, you know, not enjoyed, that's okay. Leave me some comments. I'm all about, you know, growth and expanding, well, you know, improving. If there's any questions, comments or concerns, please leave them down below in the comments section, and I will answer you as soon as I certainly can. With all that being said, wherever you are in the world, I do wish you a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week or weekend. Much love to you all, and ciao for now.